These fantasy anime are doing things most fans never expected, blending strange worlds, ambitious ideas, and unforgettable characters. Missing these releases means overlooking some of fantasy's most fascinating experiences. From dark revenge epics to futuristic adventures, these 7 anime deserve serious attention and could easily become your next obsession. Kicking off our list at number 7, Ubelblatt. In a continent shaped by war and betrayal, swordsman Koenzel embarks on a relentless journey for vengeance. Once known as Asheriet, he was falsely branded a traitor after surviving a mission alongside legendary heroes. Armed with immense skill and painful memories, he hunts those responsible while uncovering deeper conspiracies threatening kingdoms. Dark fantasy elements drive every dangerous confrontation throughout his quest. What immediately grabbed me about Ubelblatt is how unapologetically ruthless its story becomes. The revenge narrative feels brutal, personal, and consistently tense. Battles carry genuine weight because every victory connects directly to years of betrayal. The dark fantasy atmosphere strengthens every scene, while the mature themes separate it from safer adventures. If you enjoy morally complex protagonists and intense conflicts, this absolutely delivers consistently. Moving down the rankings to number 6, Lord of Mysteries. Set in a Victorian-inspired world filled with secret organizations, mystical pathways, and supernatural dangers, Joe Mingri awakens as Klein Moretti after a mysterious transmigration. Seeking answers about his circumstances, he navigates hidden powers and dangerous conspiracies. By advancing through mystical sequences, Klein gains extraordinary abilities while uncovering truths connected to gods, ancient forces, and reality itself around him. Few fantasy series feel as layered and ambitious as Lord of Mysteries. The setting combines occult mysteries, detective elements, and cosmic horror in remarkably creative ways. Every revelation expands the world rather than merely answering questions. Klein is also an exceptionally engaging lead because intelligence matters as much as power. The adaptation's atmosphere, visual presentation, and intricate lore create an experience that rewards attentive viewers from beginning to end. Moving further into the countdown at number 5, Hime Kishi wa Barbaroi no Yome. This fantasy tale follows Serafina de Lavillant, a night princess captured during conflict with a feared barbarian tribe. Expecting humiliation or execution, she instead receives an unexpected marriage proposal from the tribe's leader. As cultural differences clash, Serafina gradually learns about her new surroundings. Political tensions, personal growth, and evolving relationships shape her journey through an unfamiliar world every day. I love how this series avoids predictable fantasy romance conventions. Instead of relying solely on attraction, it explores understanding between completely different cultures. The relationship development feels meaningful because both sides must challenge long-held assumptions. The fantasy setting adds depth without overshadowing character interactions. For viewers wanting something gentler than constant battles, yet still rich in world-building and emotional progression, this anime offers plenty to appreciate. Breaking into our top 4 at number 4, The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel, Northern War. Based on the beloved game franchise, this story follows Lavian Winslet, a determined soldier from North Ambria. Assigned to investigate the powerful Erebonian Empire, she becomes involved in political conflicts and military operations that could reshape entire nations. As tensions escalate, alliances shift, and difficult choices emerge. The narrative explores duty, loyalty, and survival against overwhelming geopolitical forces and threats. What stands out most here is the franchise's impressive commitment to world building. Nations, factions, and historical events all feel interconnected rather than existing as background decoration. Even newcomers can appreciate the scale of the conflict, while longtime fans gain additional context. The military themes create a different flavor compared to traditional fantasy adventures. Combined with strong action sequences and political intrigue, it becomes an engaging watch throughout. Entering the top 3 at number 3, Daikinja Riddle no Jikan Gyakko. In a world where time itself can be manipulated, the legendary sage Riddle gains an extraordinary opportunity to reverse fate. Using knowledge from disastrous futures, he attempts to prevent catastrophes while confronting powerful enemies and unforeseen consequences. Every alteration creates new challenges, forcing careful decisions. Magic, strategy, and temporal paradoxes shape a fantasy narrative centered on changing destiny before tragedy strikes. Time manipulation is notoriously difficult to execute well, but this series uses the concept to generate constant tension. Every choice carries consequences, because altering events rarely produces perfect outcomes. I especially appreciate how intelligence and planning remain crucial despite powerful abilities. The fantasy elements blend naturally with the temporal mechanics, creating unique scenarios. For viewers who enjoy strategic storytelling and high-stakes dilemmas, this stands out immediately. Claiming the runner-up position at number 2, the Gorilla God's go-to girl. Sophia Reeler lives in a world where divine blessings determine individual talents and futures. Upon receiving the incredibly rare blessing of the Gorilla God, she gains astonishing physical strength beyond expectations. Rather than enjoying a peaceful life, she attracts attention from influential organizations and powerful individuals. Navigating responsibilities, friendships, and unexpected opportunities becomes increasingly complicated as her reputation rapidly grows everywhere. This anime succeeds because it fully embraces its unusual premise without hesitation. The contrast between Sophia's personality and overwhelming strength creates endless entertainment. Comedy lands effectively, yet the story still maintains genuine character development. I also appreciate how the world treats divine blessings as meaningful societal forces rather than simple power-ups. Combined with charming interactions and energetic storytelling, it becomes surprisingly memorable and consistently enjoyable throughout. And finally, reigning supreme at number 1, Miru, Watashi no Mirai. Set across interconnected stories exploring humanity's future, Miru, Watashi no Mirai examines how technology, dreams, and personal choices influence tomorrow. Various characters face unique challenges while confronting possibilities created by advanced innovation. Rather than focusing solely on action, the narrative explores hope, ambition, and human connection. Its futuristic fantasy elements create thought-provoking scenarios that encourage reflection about the future ahead. What makes Miru special is its willingness to prioritize ideas alongside spectacle. Each storyline presents different perspectives on progress and human potential, creating variety without losing thematic cohesion. The visual presentation helps bring imaginative concepts to life, while the emotional core keeps everything grounded. Few fantasy-oriented projects feel this reflective and ambitious simultaneously. By balancing creativity with meaningful themes, it leaves a lasting impression afterward. These 7 fantasy anime showcase just how diverse and exciting the genre can become. Whether you prefer revenge stories, mystical mysteries, political conflicts, romance, or futuristic adventures, there's something memorable here. Which title interests you most, and what fantasy anime would you add to this list?